First things first, Dorcas,
Yes.
why are you gay?
Just because I'm like, how will I put it? The easy target. Cameroonians feel like they can attack me. That's their first daughter. When you talk about Cameroon, you talk about the first family. When you talk about the first family, you talk about the children. We have the first daughter who has openly said she's a lesbian, and she's even advocating for it to be legalized in Cameroon. I've never advocated for LGBTQ to be legalized in Cameroon, but for the fact that I'm their easy target, they decide to shoot their bullet at me. Why can't they attack the president's daughter? When I tell you I am gay, is it going to solve hunger? Is it going to solve the low rates of unemployment? How is it going to help better the society? What I'm doing with somebody who I choose to love? How will that help? Just because someone said they wanted to love a human being, doesn't the Bible say love one another? So somebody decides to love, choose to kill. People are not suffering in Africa because Dorcas is gay. They are suffering because straight people in power have decided to mismanage public funds.
Well, I do not know who my biological father is. I don't know.
Aside, I'm equally a professional handball player. I am an MC, a public speaker, an influencer, and chef.
You got the power, you got the strength. All you need is a will, this is the knowledge you got to learn. Because it is real. You can be anything, you can be anything. You can be anything, oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the You Can Be Anything podcast. I'm your girl, Solange Che, and tonight, of course, I'm your host. Thanks again for joining me. Today, I have the opportunity to talk to a young man that has impressed me quite a bit in the entertainment industry in Cameroon and also as an entrepreneur. I've spoken to him before on this podcast, so if you are a keen listener, you must have seen him. Today, I have him again because there is a lot more to talk about. There's been a ton of updates, and I would love for us to have that conversation. So, yes, welcome to the You Can Be Anything podcast. So, today, yes, I have Dorcas with me. Dorcas Comedy World, if you're following him on social media. And he is a young man that hails from Cameroon, just like me. And over the years, I've observed him. I've been his friend and big sister. We've had conversations. There are other conversations that we have not had. But this period served as an opportunity for us to have those conversations that we've never had before. So before any much ado, I'm going to welcome Dorcas. Hi, Dorcas. Welcome to the You Can Be Anything podcast.
Hi, so babes. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
How does it feel sitting right next to me?
It's overwhelming, I won't lie, because for over the years we've spoken only through the phone and so many other things, but it's quite fantastic to be sitting on the same spot as you and while at your own state.
Awesome. I'm so honored to have you. I know I don't tell you that enough, but just so you know, in as much as I say all the things I say to do whatever I do to you, I'm very much honored to have you in my space and sitting in one of my chairs that you helped build.
You told me categorically clear that if I don't build this chair, I will not be able to sit on it.
Yes, I could be like that sometimes. And thank you so much for listening, for helping, and also for just being the authentic you that people who do not know you will probably never have the opportunity to see and to experience. And being somebody that has come closer to you, it melts my heart to say that I'm sitting here in person with you and having this conversation for our listeners. Thank you so much.
I'm blushing.
Awesome, this is great. So how have you been? Tell us a little bit. How is Dorcas doing?
I'm good, if I may say, but oh Lord, a lot of stress. It's not been easy building and growing a brand, especially in a country you just move into as a new person. So it's not easy. You're starting life at fresh. You're starting things new. So I thank God for the strength. I thank God for that.
Awesome. You're a strong guy. And if you've not seen Dorcas's content before, you have to check him out. Both on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok. He's just blowing the place out, okay? This young man is doing amazing. And his followers are just amazing. For the past time that he's been with me here, I just follow his lives. I go to look at his comment sections, and it's amazing how many people are impressed by him. By the way, before we even go further to talk about the details of Dorcas, as the whole world knows you, do you want to tell us a little bit about you as person? What or who was Dorcas before Dorcas? Let's hear about Dorcas, my mommy's son.
Well, like you rightly said, Dorcas mommy's son, I am the first child of 4, an only male child to my mother, and equally I have an adopted mother, and we are 5 of us, 2 boys and 3 girls. I am the middle child. You know my adopted mom very well, Dr. Imelda Tingle, whom I'm super proud of, and my birth mom as well. Well, before being the Dorcas that people know, many know me as Tardin Celestine Swinyoy, or like others usually call me TJ Reynolds. I graduated from the University of Boya with a degree in journalism and mass communication. And while I was graduating, I envisioned myself reporting or presenting for news channels such as CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, and all that. But I actually worked as an intern with Cameroon Tribune in transition to becoming a full-time employer. But you know the way journalism is in Africa, you are guided to how they want you to write stories.
Yeah.
And many of you have seen me. I'm not the kind of person who likes to be told what to do
say
and what to say. Like you don't control what I say, because I say things as I see it. My mouth is unfiltered. I just go with the flow. So I'm like, no, this is not what I want for myself. I won't want to be controlled in that narrative. So I decided to build a platform for myself where I can speak freely, tell my stories, bird in a comic way. If you are intelligent, if you have a very high IQ or sense of reasoning, you understand that these stories are not just comic. There is a message in whatever I am telling.
Yeah.
That aside, I'm equally a professional handball player. I am an MC, a public speaker, an influencer, and a chef.
The chef one is questionable because he has not cooked for me since he got here, and so all he's done is eat.
Wait, make it make sense to me. Why would I be sit and I'm cooking?
Yes, because I love to be cooked for.
And I also love to be cooked for, so let the big sister cook.
Right, that's good. That's an interesting portfolio. I love it when you talk about what you've done, because there are some of your fans who are always surprised when you say, hey, I have a degree in journalism and mass communication. Talk to us about it.
Unlike your story, when I wrote the advanced level the first time, I had low points. I couldn't read journalism and mass communication as I wanted to, as I've always dreamt to. So I had to repeat. And this time around, I didn't just go to the day school. I went to the evenings.
So you did evening classes.
So during the day, I would help my mom in the salon, because my mom owns a salon. And in the evening, I would rush to the evening
class.
school.
Okay.
So I wrote the advanced level, and I had the points required to read journalism and mass communication. And just to ruin things, the crisis started.
Yes.
So school was shut down. No, not school was shut down. My mom was like, you're not going to school. I love you so much. I'm not ready to lose a son. So I stayed back at home. So when we reapplied, they took 2 points in journalism and mass communication.
I don't even want to go to the level of when they started accepting 2 points, because
2 points.
That thing pissed me off. I remember since you moved to the US, I think we spoke before you moved to the US. And how has life in the US been for you?
Trust you me, I was at the point where I almost went into depression. You know, moving from your country where you've lived all your life to start life back afresh, I was independent. Now you find yourself in a situation where you don't have what to do. You are not independent. Like you see, no, my mom will not complain. My mother, Dr. Imelda Tingle, she wouldn't complain at all. But as an adult, there are just some certain thoughts you will have when you're like, okay, I can no longer do this for myself as I used to. I can no longer do this. I was caught in a state of dilemma where I'm like, is this me? But again, with the strength God gave me, He gave me all the solutions I needed to bounce back and to say, I own this life, not the other way around. The life doesn't own me, I own it.
Yeah, it happens even to the best of the people out there. Relocating to a new country has never been an easy thing. So you probably just went through or are just going through the process that will make you whatever you want to become. As you say, it's about you knowing your focus, like knowing what you want and just being intentional about what you want. We talked about intentionality the other day, right? Intentional about what you want. And so since you moved to the US, one thing that the people who listen to you, your fans, your lovers, your followers, especially people who knew you before you moved to the US, some of them have said your Dorcas doesn't do skits anymore and stuff like that. What do you have to say about that?
I just feel like lack of education or lack of knowledge kills a lot. The thing is, they should say they miss the Dorcas in a dress, not Dorcas creating content or skits and all. I used to create content as a cross-dressing comedian, but right now I'm creating content as a braider. That is the comic content, because people are watching, they laugh, they enjoy it. It's so when I braid, I was like, sorry, I told myself, how can I create content when in a way that sells my skills? So I had to go to my drawing board. Thank God, God made me very creative. So I went to my drawing board. I had to carve out how I wanted to present my craft and how I wanted to go about it. There are so many braiders in the world. There are so many great braiders out there, even better than me. But how are you selling those skills is another thing. People go through a lot of stress, a lot of traumas, a lot. Trust me, you and I are here. We see it on a daily basis. So I'm like, let me do something that I'm going to relieve people's stress. Let me do something that, okay, when someone is bored, so exhausted while getting home from work, they can fall back and just watch, have a good laugh. Trust me, a good laugh heals the soul.
Definitely.
It heals a lot.
Yes.
So I am so happy for the fact that I am able to put a smile, even if it's on one person's face. I'm so happy about it while doing my work. That is how I've been able to harness the followership I'm getting right now.
Yeah, that's great. And this goes as a message to those who say, oh, we miss the Dorcas in a dress. Dorcas is still Dorcas, and it is okay at some point in life to.
And funny enough is people
take things around.
People felt like I was wearing a dress because I wanted to be funny. Wearing a dress doesn't make you funny. It is what you have inside. Your wordings, how you put it out there that makes you funny.
The act.
Okay, now I'm out of the dress. Why are they not talking about, oh, he's out of the dress and he's still funny?
Yeah, and people still laugh. You're still making people laugh even out of the blue dress.
You get me? So I just felt like it was just a stereotype because they see a man in a dress and all that and thinking he's doing that just because he wanted to be fun. No. The fun is in the stomach.
It is innate.
It's inside.
It's innate. Okay, that's good. So today your comedy is around your braiding. And again, before we even go further into talking about how you've brought those two together, tell us a little bit about your braiding. Again, I've been with you live. I've heard people ask, oh, Dorcas, how did you learn how to braid? Tell us a little bit more about your braiding, how you learned how to braid, how you've become the amazing braider and loctician that you are today. Just give us a backstory.
The fun thing is, sometimes I always feel like my mom conceived me while she was braiding. I feel like she conceived me while she was braiding because I grew up in a salon.
Yeah.
Because my mom is a braider. Then as a first child, when I get back home from school, I need to assist so we can get our daily bread.
Yep.
We're in Africa.
Yep.
So while my friends are playing and all that, I'm helping my mom to end the braids and all that. So gradually, that's how sometimes when I'm in the salon and there's no work, I'll just pick one of the dolls.
The dolls,
and I'm just
yes.
braiding and going and braiding and going to the point I started like picking from the roots. So that's how she educated me, taught me the do's and the don'ts in braiding. And let me just shock you, my entire family is we are all braiders. Myself, my 3 younger sisters, and my mother, we all braid. My younger sister just opened her second salon, and she has about 25
really braiders
interns, and they are perfect. Like they are working under her.
Okay.
She just graduated her second batch of students.
Okay, that's good. That's a great skill to have and to learn, because people always braid. Not everybody is like me that cuts their hair. Majority of women out here with 4C hair and others. It's not only 4C hair people who braid, right?
No, it's not that. There's a lot of hair types.
Yeah. So braiding is for all. It's not only
if you're good in your crafts, also you can never acquire enough knowledge about braiding or about any other skill. You learn some new things along the line while you are working. You learn a lot. And I'm so happy I learned from the best. Because my mom was all like, she knew everything, be it the sew-ins, be it the installation, the locks, the braiding itself, and all that. She is top tier.
That's a great life skill to learn from a parent, right? Because it's something that can put food on your table.
Yeah.
Right? It's a skill that, handwork is something that we've seen videos that AI is gonna take away braiding. That's not gonna happen.
AI cannot.
No,
that's why
it's handwork.
You want to injure yourself?
So you're not even threatened with the advent of AI everywhere.
The thing is, and one thing I like about my parents is, while giving us education, they gave us a skill.
Yes.
They married other younger sisters, because trust me, you guys think I can braid? If you see my sisters, you say, let that boy go away. The only different thing I have advantage over my siblings is I know how to sell my crafts. I know how to publicize my work.
Yeah, you're a businessman.
Thank you. I am a businessman. The Nigerian side of him.
Yes, the Nigerian side of him.
Yeah, because there's one of my, like the other sisters, one increased her skills by learning how to do. She's a lash technician.
Oh, okay.
The other is a nail technician.
Nail tech.
So you see how they added more skills to themselves.
And
if I tell you, my sister I'm talking about, who just opened the second salon, is a graduate in computer engineering. I don't believe.
There you go. That's, again, it's not only in Cameroon, but that's very typical of Cameroon, where you spend all these years going to school to learn a skill, then you end up that skill, you cannot even monetize it based on where you are, and you have to find yourself in a position. That's why I say you people are blessed, because your mom did not just send you people to school, she taught you a skill that even without the education from all the universities in Cameroon, you can still make good money.
And trust me, with the education, you know how to sell your skill better.
Yeah, I'm not saying education is not important, right? It is important, but I'm not sure that when your sister was learning computer engineering, she was learning it to come and use it in the salon.
Trust you me, we didn't envision ourselves where we are right now.
Because of the kind of I don't want to make this political, because if I go that way, it's not going to be so nice. So I don't want to make this political and talk about Cameroon too much, but yes. So that's great. So with your skill, you're bringing together comedy and your braiding. That is what the whole world knows you as now. Before this current time, in Cameroon, most of the people, and even other African countries, or even elsewhere that followed you, they knew that you were this cross-dresser who did comedy skits with a yellow cooler, and sometimes you can collaboration with your other comedy colleagues, and sometimes by yourself. But then today you have moved that, so it is not only about you monetizing your comedy, it's about you bringing together your braiding skill and your comedy, and just excelling in ways that even the world cannot stop you.
The best is yet to come. There's more where what they are seeing is coming from.
Nobody can stop you.
Nobody. When God says it's your time, or when God says you will be something, even the devil sits down to take notes.
Yeah, nobody can take that away from you. That's one thing that you have, and it's good. Let's look on the business side, right? because we're already gearing the conversation in that way. What's your vision as the Dorcas braids by kings, the gossiper and the gum chewer, the gum smacker? What's that vision for you? What do you see as let's give you the next 5 years, and 10 years is a stretch, but what's your vision for that brand?
In 5 years, I see myself expanding my salon in such a way probably I can see 40 to 50 clients at once, if possible more. I equally see myself opening branches in other states. Why not in other countries? Let's say Cameroon for one. And I equally see myself launching my own product line.
Okay.
In the business, I know the trials and tribulations others face or clients complain about. So I know what to do or how to have a conversation with my producers for my brands on how we can fine tune certain products to have the best of products out there.
Yeah.
And I also see myself like opening a school to teach young kids this particular skill. Braiding is something that's always going to be in demand. Hairstyling is something that's always going to be in demand.
Hair.
And that is where I've decided to put in my efforts and focus on, because this beauty industry, I am here to stay.
Yes, that's a great vision. I know we've talked about it, and I cannot wait to see you execute on the plans that you have and also be able to tweak things along, right? Because as you said, as you do this, there's stuff that you're learning, there are things that you're going to maybe do differently as time goes on, just to make sure that you're meeting your goals. And all what we're looking for is you being happy and having great outcomes, right? For the work that you're putting in, the time. I watched you braid the other day and I was like, this is crazy. I know that sometimes I tell you that I stand up to work, I will do a 7 to 8, an 8-hour shift standing up, but and I watched you walk around, braid, turn your client's hair for what, about 12 hours? And I'm like, whoa, that's a long time for you standing up. And just seeing the enthusiasm that you have as you do this, just watching you interact with your clients, it's a beautiful thing to watch and to see, right? And I really must commend you, because sometimes if I'm not careful, I'm going to just end up having this episode recognizing how hard you work, but that's not what I want to make this episode about. It has to be about you talking more. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. It's just because this boy, when you're next to him, there is no way you will not acknowledge what he's done. But let's hear more from you. Is there anything else you want to add on the whole business side of Dorcas and Kings?
Now, there's one other thing too. People see the success and the growth, but they don't want to acknowledge your work that is being put in. It's not easy. Sometimes when I walk to a salon, like when I'm doing collaborations with salons and all that, it's very difficult for someone to trust you with their hair.
Yeah,
especially people who have never experienced you braiding before.
Yeah.
So imagine me here in Nashville, Tennessee, walking into a salon and telling a client, okay, I'm going
your
to be a
braider.
braider. The mom turns and is like,
who are you?
And immediately you take the first extension you want to start. The mom is
looking. They want to be
just
sure.
to make sure everything is perfect. There's one thing I did when I moved here and decided to venture into braiding and all that. I wanted to first understand the American braiding market,
and
the
system, culture around
customer service, pricing, all these matters. Know how to talk to people, know how to approach people, know what the cost. Most of the times when you're watching my videos, you always see me asking, excuse me, ma'am, are you okay? That is not just for the content. Aside me shooting the videos and making all that,
you always check
constantly. I check up with my clients. If it's a child, I'll make sure I ask the mother, please, are you okay with what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Are the sizes okay? Is the length okay? Are you okay with everything? Because all of that counts. It builds trust between you and the client and you and the parent.
Yeah.
Because the parent sees it as, okay, this guy knows what he's doing and he's equally checking in with me to make sure I am okay with what he's doing. that is some business skills that many people don't know, and
Agree.
they don't want to learn.
Yeah, I agree.
With everything put together, like I just mentioned, you see yourself skyrocketing.
Yeah.
You also need to know how to strategize what season is best for braiding and what season is it slow for braiding. You need to know all this and know how to strategize to always keep business afloat.
Yeah. That's good. When you talk about checking on your clients again, you hear that the people who watch your content, they always say, hey, whenever he starts, like, excuse me, ma'am, are you okay? Know that that's when his gossiping spirit is hitting him, right? But again, as we just heard, all of that is not only done for the skit, it's not only done for the camera, it's something that he does constantly when he checks on, when he braids his clients. And yeah, I can imagine the shock because even me, I bet that if I went somewhere, even when I go to cut my hair, right, I've had barbers who are shivering on my head, right? They're cutting my hair and I can feel their hands shaky. Why? I always have to say, hey, it's okay, all right, go ahead. And it's because if I go and my regular barber is not there and they're like, hey, do you want to come another day? And I'm like, no, anybody can braid me. I see that those young boys are they're scared because they know what it is like if they get something wrong on somebody's head. So that is how important it is. That is how, whether it's braiding or it's a haircut, that's how important it is to people, right? And I always just have to say, hey, you know what? Just do what you have to do. Don't worry. Take your time. Relax. I'm not gonna bite. Okay, and that kind of makes them feel relaxed to cut my hair how I want them to cut it. So I understand when you have to do the constant checks to make sure that your clients are comfortable and they are okay with what
Customer
you're doing.
service is key.
Yes, that's customer
It is key.
service. Yeah. We've talked about your vision for Dorcas, the braiding side of you. Is there any reason why you didn't braid in Cameroon before coming into the US?
Okay. The thing is, back home in Cameroon, I did braid, but
You braided, but it was never on camera.
I didn't sell it.
Okay.
I didn't sell it. I just, at that point, probably, again, I didn't envision myself like I will take this as a business or a serious and all that. You get me? So I didn't really advertise or talk about it the way I should have. And also, one of the reasons why I did that is because I wanted to shift out my clientele.
Yeah.
You know, back home, public figure.
Yeah,
and
you
all
know, it's
that.
not that you have
So
to
I couldn't
be
cater for
mindful.
everybody, and I knew very well that not everybody will be able to afford
The
the
price
prices,
tag,
the price tag, and all that. So most of the times, I'll even direct clients both to my mother and my siblings,
Okay.
because I had other things I was doing, like you already know, and I equally worked for an NGO in Douala that fight against gender-based violence. So there was just a lot I was also juggling with and all
At that time.
So I didn't bother putting that part about me online. But well, now it is.
Everybody knows, and you're doing a
Everybody
great
knows.
job
It's
at
no
it,
longer
right?
a secret.
That's nice. We've spent this first part talking about you, the braider, your entrepreneur. You've mentioned that you worked for a gender, what that again? An NGO.
An NGO that fights against gender-based violence.
Okay, that I'm going to use that to transition our conversation. And first things first, Dorcas,
Yes.
why are you gay?
Well, I'm gay because I'm not straight. I'm gay because I like vitamin D and not vitamin P.
If I say I understand what that means, I'm lying.
That means you're slow.
Of course, I don't mind. Yes, that helps me transition into another phase of this conversation that it's a tough one for me. And if you people know, it is because I always say I love to have tough conversations, right? And with Dorcas, even after knowing him for this many years, I have never discussed your sexuality with you. I never brought it up. A few days ago, you accused me of what?
Of being in denial.
Yes. So he'd accused me of being in denial for not talking about his sexuality, even though the times that one thing I must talk about is the harassment, the bullying that you have experienced as a Cameroonian. And during those moments, I spoke to you just because I will bring up other things and we talk about, but I will not talk about what was happening. So when you tell me that I was in denial, I will not argue with you because it's not like I didn't see those things. I saw those things, but I wanted to talk to you because I just wanted to hear your voice and make sure that you're okay. But truth is, I never really went into the depth of why are people saying all of these things, right? And again, I want you to talk a little bit about this cross-dressing. I believe that as a cross-dressing comedian, it opened the way for people to start the whole, or whatever they said about you being gay and all of that. Do you think that now that you have come out to tell us that, yes, I'm a gay man, did that thing that has always been in you influence the character you created as Dorcas, that was a cross dresser?
Okay, now this is one thing many people don't understand. There is the writing part of Dorcas, there is the acting part of Dorcas, and then there is the other part of Dorcas. You've seen me. This is no shade to people who do it. I don't dress as a lady. I don't fancy to dress as a lady. When I was crafting the character Dorcas, this is going to bring me back to the story of how I decided to get into content creating. So I recreated a TikTok. By then, TikTok was not as popular as it is right now. So I recreated a video and I just shared it on my story. And a friend of mine watched it and then wrote me. He was like, "I've hung around you before. I've had a couple of conversations with you. You have quite a great humor. Why don't you create original content and put it out there? People will love it." So I didn't just want to go into content creating like, okay, someone has said, let me create content. Just want to start creating content. I wanted to bring a character to life. I wanted to build a character and sell that character. That is why people, when they watch Dorcas, the cross-dressing comedian, they felt that was me. Like that was what I wanted to be. No, you've grown up in Africa, you've grown up in Cameroon, you've been in neighborhoods. You always have this girl who is overly talkative, a gossip, but yet she wants to keep a man.
Yeah.
So that is who I was selling, the character I built. It took me a long time to fine-tune Dorcas' character. It took a good number of weeks, months. Now, for instance, I don't know if you're a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race is about cross-dressing and all that. But there are episodes where you invite public figures who are straight and even married, to come and just do something on his show to inspire young people that they are with them, they fight with them, they stand together with them. So does that make those people who come to RuPaul's Drag Race to help inspire and encourage people to tell them you are not alone, does it make them gay? It doesn't. That goes down to say the character was in any way talking about my sexuality. People couldn't just see pass through that character.
What they're saying, yeah. And that's it. And again, when we had this conversation, I told you that when all of this thing happened, I think it's been 2 times in Cameroon.
This is the 3rd time. Yes,
it is the 3rd time that you've been dragged, you've been bullied, harassed, all the words like insulted on social media in crazy ways. And one thing I sat back in my own, and again, you know my thoughts on the whole gay thing. I shared that with you. I am not an LGBTQ person in the sense that I would not say I'm a Christian, which it doesn't align with my beliefs, with my faith, and the way I worship God, again, it doesn't mean that people who are LGBTQ cannot be Christians, but right? It just doesn't align with mine, but I do not condemn people for their sexuality. The person sitting right next to me is an amazing young man, and I cannot stand to see myself say, hey, I'm not going to be able to talk to Dorcas anymore because Dorcas is gay. No, Dorcas has a life that he can deal with. I will accept them for who they are, but I will not condemn them. And that was a difficult conversation. I think it took me time to think through it and be able to say, yes, this is who Dorcas is. And I have to accept Dorcas for who he is and let Dorcas live life on his terms. He is an adult and I respect that a lot. But at the same time, I love that you probably, I don't think I asked you that question, respect the fact that I am not in, I don't know if accordance is the right word, in accordance with the principles or the values of the LGBTQ community, because it is against my belief, the way I choose to worship God, right? What do you think? How does that make you feel?
No, we all have our beliefs.
Yeah.
You have your what you believe, you grew up knowing, and all that. I have mine. You get it? It's like saying, "Oh, I don't want to be friends, or I don't want to talk anymore with Solange because she's straight."
There you go.
That does not make sense to me.
Okay.
Who you decide to love, who you decide to lay with, is none of my business. But how you treat people is my business.
Thank you. And
How you
that's the
treat
point.
humanity is what I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
If you treat humanity the way they're supposed to be treated, I have no issues with you.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I don't know why a grown-up, first of all, will sit in his or her house and is focused about what somebody is doing with their body.
Someone else's sexuality.
It tells me you are interested in that body. It's that simple. It's like, for instance, you don't go into the room and you're like, okay, like what is Dorcas, like which part of his body? Like, you don't think about that because you are not interested. You don't want to even know about it. Straight people don't care about what you do with your body. They don't. As long as you don't try to force them into doing what they don't want to do. But if you are on your lane and the other person is on their lane, life moves on smoothly.
And I've learned to know that it's about how we treat each other. It's about our love for humanity. It is about knowing good from bad and just treating people with kindness and love. And for the past years, and just watching you, that's what I've gotten from you. So I have sat back, I have thought about, is the fact that Dorcas is gay, is that a reason for me not to be friends with
And
Dorcas?
funny enough is, it's not like I've always lived a hidden life or whatsoever. I just chose not to respond to people asking unnecessary questions because me answering to you
I bet if I asked you,
if you asked, I would have
you
told you.
me.
I would have
But I
told you.
just
That's
didn't
one thing
ask.
about me. If you know me from Adam, you will know that if you had this conversation, I will tell you. I was not living a hidden life. My friends, all my close friends, people I call friends, they all knew. Not that I told them personally. Not that I was scared, maybe it might pop out or whatsoever. I am just telling you out of respect for our friendship, so you know that, this is me and this is whatsoever. If you do not like who I am, you don't want to be friends with me because of who I am, it's fine. I will respect your decision and all that. You must not like me and be around me.
Straight people don't even like each other that much.
Yeah, if they love each other that much, they will not be abandoning children in the orphanage for gay people to go and adopt. They wouldn't. They are the terrible set of people. Sorry, some of them. As I was saying, I've never lived a hidden life, but I didn't just see the need to be telling people this and that on a large scale. When I tell you I am gay, is it going to solve hunger? Is it going to solve the low rates of unemployment? Is it going to reduce drug use by youths?
Young people.
How is it going to help better the society? What I'm doing with somebody who I choose to love? How will that help? Is it going to stop the embezzlement in Africa? Is it going to eradicate bad governance? It is not going to do it. People are not suffering in Africa because Dorcas is gay. They are suffering because straight people in power have decided to mismanage public funds. They don't want to take accountability for their bad deeds. A country like Cameroon, for how many years, has just 2 presidents. And funny enough, just because like, how will I put it, the easy target, Cameroonians feel like they can attack me. That's their first daughter. When you talk about Cameroon, you talk about the first family. When you talk about the first family, you talk about the children. We have the first daughter who has openly said she's a lesbian, and she's even advocating for it to be legalized in Cameroon. I've never advocated for LGBT people to be legalized in Cameroon, but for the fact that I'm their easy target, they decide to shoot their bullet at me. Why can't they attack the president's daughter? She goes in and out of Cameroon at free will, well received by ministers who say this is an abomination. We have Enangamoy, the former Cameroon Lioness, the player. We all saw their videos on social media, but yet she was given a position in the Cameroon female football team as the team manager. Yeah. She attends events with the creme de la cremes of Cameroon. No, because they felt like Dorcas is not supposed to be in a certain stage in life. He's not supposed to grow out of some cocoons that they have placed me in. I shouldn't be who I am. I shouldn't be happy. I shouldn't go for what I want. Because they have crab mentality. When they saw that I was about escaping from a bucket, they wanted to bring me back down. If you want to fight people, fight everybody. Don't have selective hate. Don't have selective love and support. If you want to condemn something is bad, attack all practicing it.
That's a fact. That's a fact, because conversations like that have come up where people say, oh, this thing is not legal in Cameroon. Being gay is not legal in Cameroon. It does say that in the Constitution, but then what else is in the Constitution that is not legal that people are doing, right? And I love something you say about the easy target. And I bet that is what one of the reasons why you got hit, why you got attacked the way you were attacked. We saw videos and comments of people threatening your life. People said if they found you, they were going to burn you. People said really crazy things. Like,
and
I was
trust you me, I don't know. I sometimes I'm always like, Psalms 23 was written for me. I'm not trying to be overly braggadocious, but you know that part in Psalms 23 that says, I will set the table in the presence before you, in the presence of your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
God saw the hearts of mankind, how they felt towards me, and He prepared a safe space, a safe heaven for me before they could attack.
Yeah.
There are LGBT people in Cameroon who have lost their lives, who have actually died. Who I know some are almost beaten to death. We see videos of these things. Just because someone said they wanted to love a human being, doesn't the Bible say love one another? So if somebody decides to love, you choose to kill. And people feel like there is something like greater sin. The Bible they try to use to condemn people states in here, no sin is greater than the other. Okay, let's say I'm committing sin. Because I'm a gay person, I'm committing sin. Ask yourself, you who is telling a lie, your sin is as equivalent as me loving my fellow man. The Bible, if you want to use the Bible to judge people. And now let me make this clear. I'm a sinner, right? As they say. Yeah. And my sin is so great. It is because of my sins that we are blessed to have Christ. Jesus came for sinners. He did not come for the righteous. He came for sinners. As the Bible says, they use it to judge us. So you people should be happy that we the sinners exist. If we didn't exist, you the straight people would not have had the opportunity to be blessed with His coming.
That's deep. By the way, we are all sinners.
No, I'm just trying. I'm going with what the populations, others say. My sin is the worst thing mankind has ever witnessed.
In Cameroon, when you sat back home, when all of this happened again, some of this happened when you had already left Cameroon and you were on your way back home and you turned around because you couldn't go back home based on the threats that were.
So, I was in UK because I first came to America in September 2024 for a tour, which we couldn't meet because I was so busy moving from one state to another. So I went back to Cameroon, and then we had a show in UK. And sometimes I feel deep within me, I hear a voice telling me that UK trip for me was not just to go perform, was God preparing my safety ahead of what was coming. I went to UK because we had a business visa, which was to elapse in 2 weeks. So my visa was at the verge of expiration, and I'm supposed to go back to Cameroon to continue my activities. Yeah. We've always had this condition. I've never envisioned living out of Cameroon.
You're not going to stay in the US.
Envisioned.
I remember when you called me to say you're coming back, I was like, what? What happened?
Yeah. So over there, did you know how many days to me returning? Someone brings up lies on social media.
Yeah.
And funny enough is the NGO I worked for, I'm like, let it not be that I paid this young man to go sabotage me simply for the fact that I'm a comedian. Many people know me. I'm a public figure. So you have fans. Fans will always love to chat with you, meet up with you. My worst mistake was being nice to fans
And responding to
and
messages.
allowing them have access
To you.
to me. That's my greatest mistake in life. So I called the NGO and I told the NGO, please help me investigate this. Let it not be this guy is being paid to sabotage me. And first of all, he was not even the one talking.
Yeah.
It's a different person who is coming to report something.
So the main person that was involved never
The person was,
spoke,
let me
right?
break the coconut here. So this girl is all over social media ranting, telling lies about me and all that. I sat quiet. I just contacted the NGO, the president, whom I worked under. He did the investigation. They brought the guy in for questioning. And they asked him, he said he hasn't said anything up to this girl. That this girl is even texting him to go on social media and claiming whatever she is saying is true. The interview was there. Kobos, you know Kobos,
Yes,
right?
Kobos,
She had the interview. She posted it, but the interview where that child was giving a confessional didn't go as viral as how they were attacking me.
Oh,
There
so
is
the
one
girl
thing-
that brought that thing online, there was an interview. Okay.
There was not somebody who just said that pedophilia is a very terrible crime to be accused of.
Yeah. And the boy that they were accusing you of, he was a minor.
No, that's not. You
So
see,
why do you call it pedophilia?
she said I am a pedophile for doing this and that,
Oh.
which is a great crime. Even I'm like, okay, if I've committed a crime, go to the right authorities. Pedophilia is not a joke. If they find out that and even I'm out of the country, they will send me
They'll
back
find you.
to pay for my crimes. Why not go through the right channel to do whatever you're doing? No, you decided to go to the media because you know it will what it's going to do. So I did that.
Negative news goes
Now,
crazy on the
I
media.
did that and I sent it to the interview. It was sent to couples. She shared it on her platform and all that. Trust me, you know what? Since it's something that clears Dorcas of the whatsoever crime,
It never went viral.
never went viral. And now, let me tell you how the Cameroon media space joined in looking for ways for me to probably be killed the more. You as a blogger or somebody and a new whatsoever,
You're a blogger,
when you
right.
hear something of that magnitude, it is no joke.
Yeah.
It is no joke. You don't just go to your platform writing crap about it.
Yeah.
Do what we call investigative journalism. Investigate, get the right facts before writing whatever trash. None of these bloggers ever reached out to me.
Yeah. The winner
To say, okay,
report
Dorcas, we are seeing this. What do you have to say? None reached out.
It was all over social media.
And whether it was they were quick in writing their own
Their
articles,
versions,
their
yeah.
versions of whatever they thought, because they have what we call selective love and support.
Yeah.
These bloggers don't write about me in any positive way. They don't. When they see a controversy about me, they will quickly pick it up and go post it because it's going to drive traffic on their pages.
Yeah.
Even the few bloggers that have my number,
They still do not contact
they
you.
none contacted me.
When this girl confessed and was sent to Kobos, did the same bloggers that shared
They did
the
not.
thing, did
They
they
did
share
not.
the counter story?
Pretentious. They would feel like, oh, I didn't see it. They will not see that point. They wouldn't. But when there is a controversy about Dorcas, they will pick it up and post it.
The damaging
Now,
ones.
let me make you see how controversial Cameroon bloggers and how much of selective supporters they are. When I opened the salon, you know,
Yes.
did you see bloggers writing about it? They didn't. Until I went online on my page and I wrote, okay, when there's something good about Dorcas, nobody talks about it. But if you write that I had killed somebody or probably have committed a crime, it will be
Everybody
everywhere.
will- Then there's a
days
few of
later,
them
they
posted
started
it. I
posting.
remember you. We
You get
chatted
it?
about that.
That is how much these people wanted to ruin me at every cost. Every little given opportunity.
Yeah, that's crazy. And do you but for any second think that this thing that bloggers do, because whether we like it or not, the bloggers run social media in the 237 space, right? Whether we like it or not, it's a fact. When they can report your stuff, they have, when we're talking about the Cameroon social media space, right? If the bloggers cannot report on you correctly, and even if nobody is saying that people don't make mistakes, when you misquote people or you make mistakes, it's always very good to come back and fix that and correct it. So the same way that the whole news about you abusing a young boy and all of that, when the clarification came out and all of that, the expectation will be that these bloggers will clear these things out because we have seen them do it for other people. And that's why I agree with you that there is some level of selective reporting that takes place. And again, we can't tell bloggers who to like and who not to like. We cannot tell them who to put because they are doing their stuff, right?
As a blogger, you're not supposed to choose who to like and who not to like. You claim you're reporting news, report facts.
Yeah, that's at the point. We're still to get there.
Report facts. Now, I am not Jesus who forgives. I will put all the people who have tried to bring me down with lies accountable. Judgment day is coming, and it will pick up everyone who has tried to push me into depression. I am not Christ.
And we are called to be like him.
Be like, but not him. I can never be Christ. Even Christ was angry when he came to his temple and he had transformed it into a business place. He let loose his anger. That's to let you know that there is just so much a human being can take.
How do you cope with all of this? Man, I know that you've been hurt.
See, I've been hurt in such a way that when a Cameroonian text sends a message for booking, it's like
it irritates you. Like it brings out that anger in you.
And then when the world saw me for who I am, they started showering me with love and everything. You've seen the love from Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Jamaica, Sweden, Paris, all over the world.
All over the world.
Come and see them under the comments. He's our brother from who God punishes you, all of you people. I'm not your brother. I am not. I will not be. If I'm doing a world tour, Cameroon will not be included.
I wouldn't blame you because I know that when I'm on your life, I do the same thing. Take a deep breath, take a sip, drink something. I wouldn't blame this young man. Why? Because I saw the pressure that he put on him. And to a certain extent, you were pushed to the wall to the extent that you were still able to hold yourself because you had friendships to protect. You had things to protect because you told yourself, like, hey, no matter what you people do, this Dorcas is a strong boy. And I'm happy that you're getting, I know you've not gotten over Cameroon yet. I push it to your face. I try to do that. I'm like, hey, he's from Cameroon. And he's like, no, babes, I am not from Cameroon. So when I play with him, I do that. But I know where his anger comes from. By these people, my people, we have hurt this boy. That is a fact. Like, if he were not strong, sometimes I feel like you went into some kind of a silent depression that you swallowed.
The thing is,
I don't know. It's just crazy how you came out this strong after all of.
I always question the material God used in creating me, because it's like he knew, like we call him omniscient.
Yes.
He knows before things happen.
Yeah.
So everything in my life is like it was preparing me and gearing me towards this.
Yeah.
I grew up, back home, society has a way a boy child is supposed to be and all this. I don't know how to split wood. I don't know how to lift heavy weights and all that. Back home, I was very bulky, this bulky boy, have a big board, all of this stuff. So I'll be in class, and when we're in school, who they consider boys, they're the backbenchers.
Yes, those ones are in the back making noise.
Baby, front. I was the front bencher student. The baby lads. They was the kind of student that if the teacher is not around, I'll pick up the textbook and I'm teaching. Sometimes I'll teach to a point. My literature teacher will walk in, go and sit as a student, and I'm listen to me continue to teach. When I say something, she stops me and explains better. Then asks me to continue. So that's how as much of a student, like kind of person I was. Then I kept on hearing all these slangs. And you grow up and you end up tying diapers. If you go to prison, you see all those things. Imagine as a child hearing all these societal attributes being placed at you. There was just a lot.
Yeah.
So I have grown through all this, as in witness firsthand bullying.
Yeah.
But I told myself nobody can bully me. I will stand up for myself. I will defend myself. So even from childhood, I've always defended myself. I've always stood up for myself. So this one, the only difference was on social media. I'm like, the ones I've seen in person is worse than what you guys are doing right now. But again, these people don't know the damage they cause. They place my life at risk. I've received death threats. I've received all sorts of things and whatsoever. It might not be true, but the fact that fake news has already gone out there, you don't know who I'm going to encounter while walking or while going somewhere. We know the security situation in our country. In your country. We know that. But yet, you decide constantly to go peel lies
Yeah.
about somebody. They try to use, yes, one truth is I'm gay.
Yes.
But because of that truth, you decide to add lies, so to make your story more powerful, to gain followers and audience in hating me.
Yeah. Yeah.
These people have done so much harm to me that I am going to put all of them down. Have you ever seen when somebody's praying for an enemy to succeed? Because why not? If I sue them, there's no money I'm going to make out of it. I am praying so badly for them to be successful, so I take them to court and take whatever penny, whatever wealth they have acquired for themselves. There's one useless one in Lithuania who sat in front of a camera calling me again a pedophile. We not prove them. After calling me a pedophile, saying if you have ever been abused by Dorcas, come forward now and speak. You are saying if you have ever been abused, you have no tangible evidence.
Yeah.
Then you sit and you say that. I'm really praying for him to succeed so bad. The fool is in Lithuania. I don't even want to explain the deep part of it, because if I go further, he will be deported. Because this is a story with facts, proof. But yet, you guys are so confident to go and sit somewhere with no proof. If not for blacks looking after black or whatsoever, the rascal will continue that studies in Malingo while kissing the electric pole that is about to fall down.
This is just crazy. The kind of information we put out there about people without no investigation, with no facts. And we all know that there's a ton of gullible people on social media who see stuff and they believe without even giving it a second thought, right? That is one of the biggest problems we have on social media. At least the social media, the 237 space that I am mostly versed with, there is a lot of, because this person said something, it automatically becomes true. Right? So we have so many gullible social media,
audience.
Something like they just follow, right? They are followers. They just hear something with no fact, then they are insulting you, they are calling you names, and it just beats. That's why I'm asking you the whole question about, they say somebody is a pedophile, and I'm like, even the boy that they were accusing you of having abused, was he a kid? Was he a minor? And if you sit here to say no, he is, then where did the name pedophile come from? Right? We just use words to damage people's reputations. And even when things were investigated and this person that brought out the news, nobody came out to clear it. And this is how we destroy our own, right? I sit here and I say, hey, you can be anything. Yes, put in the work. I see an example of somebody that is putting in the work to become what they are. Even there are some of you watching this, who will watch this, that will sit back and call me names, to insult me like, hey, what are you talking about? Why are you listening to them? As if you are the saint. Right? As if you are perfect. That's just the problem. And that's why by the way, Dorcas, how are you? How are you doing? Take a deep breath. I don't want to hear that you're fine. I truly want to know how you're doing.
Funny enough, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's use a different word, not fine. How is Dorcas doing?
If you ask about Dorcas, Dorcas is excellent.
Okay, how is TJ doing?
Thriving in the midst of the thunderstorm. I'm thriving. At least I have the energy to keep fighting and to keep going. Like, trust you me, if an angel appeared to me telling me and giving me two options, that if I die now, I'm going to heaven, or will I love to continue living, I will take the option to go to heaven. As I sit with you, I'll take that option.
We're going to have a commercial break. Let's talk tridents.
I wish this brand, this is a brand will become Dorcas choose while braiding and gossiping and all that. So I just wish this company could reach out to me and make me a brand ambassador.
Yeah. So if you're watching this and you
them.
have any affiliation, you know anybody, you have any connections, right? This is what we do. With the Trident Gum Company, please kindly get us connected, because this man makes a living by chewing gum. And somebody said today on your live on TikTok that I don't know why you have 400 or something people watching you and you're not even saying anything. Guess why those people are watching him? Because they're listening to him chew gum. Okay.
If I was saving the money I've spent on buying Trident, I would be riding a Tesla.
If we could take the money he has bought the China that he has chewed,
I'll be riding a
you'll
Tesla.
be riding a Tesla. So yeah,
The latest edition.
the
though.
latest one, yes, the Model Y, yes, 2026, yes. So yes, if you have any affiliations with Trident, please kindly tag them. Let them know that we are looking for brand ambassadorships. Okay, we really want to make sure that he just doesn't chew this gum. He chews it and makes a commission out of it, right?
And trust you me, the viewership on my live stream has grown so big that we are having 2,500 people watching me as I braid.
Yes.
I have millions of views chewing your gum.
Yes, it's amazing.
So I'm the perfect Black African ambassador you can have. Trident, I'm the best. I am the best. I'm speaking for myself. I don't care what other people think, but I am the best.
He chews the gum and he gossips. And
Premium gossip.
And that's why people come to
cappuccino
braid.
gossip.
They come to braid with him because he does all of these things, and you have 600, 700 people. He's not saying a
Please
word.
don't reduce my audience.
No.
2.5 thousand.
Okay, no, again, I'm talking about the one where I came across.
Okay, I wasn't doing
You're
it.
not saying, like, he's not even braiding. Okay, he's not even braiding. He's sitting on the chair outside. He's on his other phone, right? Then he's live, and he's chewing gum. And people are in there, oh, that smacking is hurting my ear. Another person, I love the way you're smacking. I come here because you're smacking that gum. So it's interesting I have this number of people just watching while he chews your gum and his mic. So that's, yeah, please sponsor him, please. Please Trident, reach out. We trust you. We know
I'm not
you're
expensive.
Okay.
I am not.
He's expensive. Don't listen
No,
to him. Because I should not spoil his markets.
I'm not as expensive what people are saying.
It's not as expensive as what people say. Okay,
A
please.
little trip here and there, I'll be honest.
You know what to do. Please reach out. Okay.
Oh, God.
And thank you so much.
Thank you for that commercial break. It really.
I needed it. Awesome.
Is there anything stronger than this?
Let's talk about home. When I chatted with you, you mentioned about growing up. You've always had so many like beautiful things to say about your mom, the business. You've had beautiful things to say about how my mom taught us this, my mom taught us this, my mom will make me do this. What about that?
It's like after that emotional, that commercial break, it decided to ignite feelings. My story about fatherhood goes beyond imagination. Well, I do not know who my biological father is. I don't know. I grew up with my stepfather. One of the men in life I call father. My stepfather, his elder brother, one of the greatest support system I've had as a father figure. My mom's elder brother, my uncle, who passed away a year ago. Those are the people I grew up knowing as father figures. I call them Papa and all that. And so I've seen a lot. At this age, I'm not sure I should be able to have seen the things.
You're just 30.
And experience the things I've seen. I have seen and experienced a lot. I remember when back then, after I'll help my mom after school, I'll have to go back to the house, try to get firewood, put up fire, make granola sweet so I can be able to sell illegally in school. Illegally as students.
Yeah, you're not allowed to sell.
You're not allowed to sell things, but I had no choice. I had to find ways to sell that granola sweet in school so I could be able to make extra money to be able to cater for my needs and so many other things. So I've been a hustler. I feel like probably I was even hustling in my mom's womb. I feel that way. Not to downgrade my stepfather and all or everything. I still appreciate him because of he's one of the reasons why I'm the tough person that I am today. For instance, because I would just say you understand a step parent.
Yep.
So I had a stepfather. Yes, there's the good things he did. I will not dismiss that, but there are the other parts. You know that these things are happening because I am not your child, and all that. For the fact that he allowed the fact that I lived under the same roof as him. I appreciate that. The fact that he was there when for me to point, like when people will probably say, "Who is your father?" I could point that that's my father. Yeah. I appreciate that. Even though along the line, that's when because I grew up, I didn't know he was not my father. Some of those treatments that the hard treatments that I received, I just felt like, okay, it's just an African father who is trying to make sure his son is in line and all that. So it didn't put any thought in my head that, okay, because as an infant, that's who I grew calling father, this and that. So why will I in one way think these things are because I'm a stepchild? So that was he was in Form 4 or is it 5 when if a whole family,
that's about 14, 15 years. Yeah, when that's your age.
Yeah. About a whole family will know something, a secret, a family secret. Yeah. But you as a child, you don't know. And especially African families that don't agree most of the times. Words.
Words flying around.
So as an inquisitive person that I am, I heard some and I picked it up. I'm like, why? Like, this is not making sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. So my mom, my biological mom, I approached her about it. And I was approaching her with an intention. I knew she was going to dismiss my question. But the reason why I was asking, any person who thinks rightly will know that if I approach my mother about something, she will then go
and talk to the father, to her husband. Yeah.
Like, this child is
asking questions about this. Yeah.
So I did just that. And the night she brought it up, and then I heard the conversation. I then came back to her and I said, I've heard everything. I don't know anything. I'm not even asking you about anything and whatsoever. It is what it is. First of all, I'm very happy for the fact that you actually agreed giving birth to me, because the time I wish you got pregnant at the age of 14. You were a typical minor. So thought could have been, you could have aborted me, but you kept me. So I appreciate that, and I don't even want to know whatever, like how this is whatsoever. You are not in your right state of mind. Imagine my mom coming from a wealthy family. Your father suddenly dies when you're in class 7, and your uncles take all the properties,
everything.
And what you and your siblings, you are being shared to various uncles and aunties. So you don't even grow up together. So your own life struggles are there. So I don't even want to ignite those memories. So I'm just like, it's okay, it's fine. So my aunt, whom I grew up with, my other mother, a mother of mine, I don't even call her aunt because it's my mom's younger sister, their last born.
Oh, okay.
So that's someone I like, we grew up almost like small brother, big sister. Later on in life that I found out that was my auntie. I even started addressing her mother and what she recently just died. Oh, God bless her soul. So I reached out. So that's one of the pioneers figures that have always fought for my well-being. So I reached out. So I'm like, mommy, please, I have something very sensitive to discuss with you, this and that. Who is my biological father? She did her thing and sent me my biological father's number. Now in my uni days, that's when I did that. Imagine I was about leaving the university, graduating. So I reached out to this man. I leave a text. Hello, my name is Tardin Celestine. This is the son of Karin. The son you had with her, this and that. That man doesn't reply that message. So I picked my phone and I called. I saw your message, but I was planning to call.
So you've even heard
So at that
voice.
point, to him, I know what was going to, but he felt I was about to come and start fighting for his properties with his other children. Or I don't know what thought ran through that man's head. I let it slide. Me now, in my thinking state, my detective cap.
Yeah, you want to know your
I'm like, let me put this man to test. He said what he was about to call.
So he knows that you exist.
He knows. Wait, hold on. I tell him school is about my last year in university. School about to resume, and school fees is 50,000.
Yeah, UB.
That's barely $100 for a whole year.
Yes.
And this man never got to me again.
Was it?
That was it. I'm not somebody who would be like, okay, let me just listen to my mom and just
Try
My mom is
again.
not perfect. She's not perfect. We are all trying to be human beings. Fast forward when I fell sick, one of the few days, I think that was the only time in my life I've ever been, and the second time in my life I've ever been admitted in the hospital. This man was contacted. Never.
Still never
Till
showed
date.
up.
Never. Banso men, when you see them, you run. If you see a snake and a banso man approaching you, move towards the snake will treat you better. The poison from the snake is not as venomous as that of a banso man.
No, you get it. Because all of this came from your experience with your dad.
Now, you get, when I talk about someone, when you see banso men, right? When you see banso men, listen, let me tell you this. They always have children that have abandoned somewhere. Oh, it's a thing. I know it's a thing like all over Cameroon, but you see in certain land in particular, if the percentage in other lands are 50 or 40%, so it's 99.9. You see the way they call Bangwa people 99.9 cents. So men 99.9 give birth to children and run away. Okay. There are women There are women in Scotland that don't know that in life a man is supposed to give money to take cater for the house. There are women who don't even know that. I'll call my grandmom she's still alive. She doesn't even know. If you go and you start complaining to my grandmother that my husband is not giving money to cook, she'll be like, but first of all, was he supposed to? That kind of, because of how she grew up. And some men are very peculiar about maltreating their own women, and they'll treat when they meet foreign women, they're good men,
It's okay, like when they marry out of the village.
They are very good men. But when they meet their own sisters, their own women.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
So you're saying
they
that
keep responsibility.
is better with a wiki tomb.
With a foreign, I don't even, sometimes with a foreigner, they're not even like that.
I remember growing up in Swan, they said the wiki tomb thing. That's again
they are like Maryland men. They will leave you in the desert without water. They will stain your white without chemicals.
That's an interesting, but also.
So that's my story with my father. So the only father I know, the only father like I acknowledge and I know is my stepdad's elder brother. That is someone, when I was even traveling to Dubai, he would take me to the airport, make sure I'm well seated, catered for, then goes back.
I love that you had the experience with that, because one thing we always talk about fatherhood. I know that people say your blood father, your whatever thing. It's just that importance of having
funny enough
a man in your life.
Funny enough, they regard me, my paternal section. Yeah. They regard me as my grandparents' favorite child. My paternal side, as in my daughter, because of how my grandparents love and treat them. They always be like, oh, that's grandma's favorite. It's grandson. This and that. I'm like, where are you guys coming from with this story? So I didn't really see the slacking in this father whatsoever was.
Because you had people feel
like I said, the step. I don't even blame him, but the step will always be the
step will always be the step.
And always come with his own perks and. That's
true.
All those things. But again, it's okay. I don't want to.
Again, at some point in life, he'll come around.
Who?
Your father.
Which one?
Your biological
God
father.
God forbid.
No.
If I hear he's in heaven, I'm going to hell.
You don't want him to?
I don't. What for? What am I using him to make tequila?
You don't feel the desire.
I don't feel the need to a father in my life. I don't even feel the need.
Not anymore.
I don't. Probably when I was a teenager, I would clamor to.
You wanted to.
Yes, but what are you doing in my life now? I don't see the need. I don't see the need.
I understand.
I don't see it.
I understand. What have we chatted about that you wanted us to chat about today? Tell me.
Just, are you dating?
You're not interviewing me.
I can ask a question to my...
Like, when I'm having a guest and he turns around and you see the things that this man does. Yes, Dorcas, I'm dating.
Oh, okay, that's nice. So you're actually dating?
Yeah.
Then why did you make me believe that you're not seeing someone?
I'm seeing many. I'm talking to people.
Oh, you're in the
I've-
talking stage.
Yes, I've not just taken a ring yet.
Has anyone proposed a ring? Like I'm saying, no. Excuse me. What I'm asking is, do you have a boyfriend?
Boyfriends?
Do you have a man you're steady with?
Dorcas, leave me alone.
Okay, I'm not holding you. You are sitting. Who's holding you? I'm not holding you.
This wasn't about me. You see what this boy does to me. He does this
If
all
you
the
interview
time.
people, be ready to be interviewed too. You know I'm a journalist as well.
Yes, there is a guy I like, Dorcas, but I don't know where that is headed.
He's a Cameroonian.
Yes.
You've spoken to him as I've been here.
It's not your business.
I don't understand. You haven't asked me a question and I responded. It is not your business.
So again, now that you reminded me, even this was not about me. It's about you. What about you? Are you dating or are you single?
It depends on who is asking. If a rich person is asking, I am single and ready to mingle. But if a poor person is asking, please, I'm in a serious relationship that is leading to marriage.
So you want only rich men?
Only rich, only the rich, only the rich. I don't
You know that
want
the rich come with their own.
And also the poor also come with their own.
Just letting you know.
Everybody comes with their own, but I'll prefer. I'd rather, you know that song.
You read that song that
Tell me, I'd rather be crying in a Bentley, sipping some Hennessy, counting some dollar bills, $100 bills. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I cannot be crying in an apartment or in a one bedroom or whatsoever. No. Let me cry in a private jet, please. They made that private jet for people. Am I that different from entering a private jet? Oh, please.
Oh my God, Dorcas, this was an amazing conversation. But before I round this up, I want you to talk to us a little bit about, as a social media influencer, right? It's very common. You build relationships like the special one that you have built with me. I bet you've come across people that you've built relationships with and all of that. If you were to advise a young person, or just not even a young person, another person that is on the social media space, about the friendships that they build and the kind of conversations that they have with the people in the social media space, based on your experience with the 237, the Cameroon social media space, what would you advise them?
First of all, it's not everyone that smiles or laughs with what you're doing that genuinely loves what you're doing. Some are just looking for how to bite you. Just pray that God gives you that ability to be able to see people for who they are and what they represent. Like, if you notice, ever since I moved to the United States, Cameroon entertainment, I cut ties with it.
Yeah.
You don't see me in their events. It's just of recent that someone I really admire
invited you to his concert. And
no, he did not do it personally.
Oh, but you went there. That was sweet of you.
No, so it's somebody we've met on a few occasions, and
all right.
Yeah, and
I love that you did. I love that you went. Yeah, so you didn't. You were not personally.
No, immediately after
you went there.
After he performed, I left.
But at least you went there. Considering what I know with your mind and Cameroon,
I went Titi Panchak.
You showed up at Titi Panchak's concert.
So I went,
That's nice.
Gave my own support, and I left because it's one of the few upright thinking artists from Cameroon and that I resonate with.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
When you are able to identify your circle, your audience, and know who is genuinely for you and who is not for you, you live the best of life. Never you force relationships. Never you force someone to be in your life, be it relationship wise or friendship wise. Never. If the energy is flowing, it flows. If it is not flowing, do not force it. Even Jesus was not liked by everybody. If he was liked by everybody, he would have not been killed. And if you are liked by everybody, there is something wrong with you. There is definitely something wrong with you. And I'm also thankful to God for always giving me the ability to be able to identify who is really, really for me.
Yeah.
Who is really for me. And I gravitate towards them. I know how to reciprocate energy.
You read energy, yeah. You feel it.
I feel it and I reciprocate it.
Even though you knew that I was in denial of your sexuality.
You didn't say it right, but I'm the one who attacked you with it.
You kept coming.
You not being in denial is like if you ask my mother today, she will say, I would rather my child not be
gay.
But it doesn't mean she will not still be doing this. You get it?
There you go.
So I saw it and I could read it. I read it all. But again, when you see some certain things and you are able to shy away from them, you'll be happy. Like back, after you're the one who takes me to the salon I'm braiding here in Nashville, Tennessee. After I'm done, I come back. Have you even seen me be like, I want to go and see somebody? Because I already know when you know people don't like you and you take yourself away from them, you'll be the best and the happiest you can be. Like I've cut off ties with I
feel like you're so young. Sometimes I look at you and I'm like, you're so young for some of the decisions that which again is good. It's just going to set you. I believe that with what you have experienced and how you have overcome some of these challenges, I'm like, Dorcas, you're just 30 and you've had to experience all of this in life and you have to set these boundaries already at this age.
That's why Job in the Bible, he was not old when God was doing what he did.
So you have to always bring me back
He was preparing Job for something bigger. So I feel like he's preparing for something bigger.
Yes, I believe it.
All of this can be happening to me at this age, that means maybe there's what's coming.
And even if there is what's coming, you're built for it. This is good, Dorcas. I can talk to you for hours.
I know it will continue. It will be like we're shooting Black Panther.
Yes, I can pick your brain, and it's because you're such a smart young man. And until somebody has the opportunity to talk to you and listen to you, they will not even know what you're made of. Well, and I'm happy that I've had that opportunity to.
We didn't know there was water inside coconut till we broke it, right?
Yeah, and when we broke it.
And if you choose not to break it, you'll never know.
So I just broke the coconut in your head.
And you found all the brains in it.
Final question. What do you think about how women are treated in our community?
I'm a very, very supporter of women. Like, I stand for women. I advocate for women. Some would have said he's doing that so he can lay with women. No, I'm not so interested in laying with any.
You always have to bring that in.
No, I'm just trying to make you know that my support for women is
has
genuine.
Nothing to do with your sexuality.
Nothing to maybe whatever they have. It's just I've seen the fight women have fought. I've seen my mother fight.
Yeah.
I've seen my aunts fight. I've seen women around me fight. I've seen women carrying loads over their head, loads they didn't ask for simply because of the inconsequential man that she picked.
Decided to live
and
with.
Sometimes I like to say, being an African has done more harm than good. You might want to think I'm being racist or what. No, that's not it. It is this aspect of life that I am an African. This and that. Sometimes a lady, you as a lady, you see that this man is not good for you. Your friends will tell you this man is not good for you. Even the parents of that man will reject you, but you want to go there and prove them wrong. Because why? In Africa, we would have said, as a woman, your first of all, the worst term we need, your place is in a man's house. That is one phrase I hate with every fiber in me. Your place is in a man's house. That pushes women to tolerate all sorts of nonsensical behavior from men.
Yeah, I've heard you say this before. That's why I asked you that question.
It's so bad that sometimes I'm like, what did we do to deserve this? And to sit sometimes and think civilization started in Africa.
I always fight with you, and not fight you, I argue with you that the way women are treated is not just in Africa, right?
No, wait 1 minute, please. When I say something, right, it doesn't really mean it's just in one part of the world. It's because I'm saying so because in this part of the world, it is rampant.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. I know you explained that, yeah.
When I say Banso men are terrible, it doesn't mean all.
Banso men, yeah.
My stepfather's elder brother, I would say that's one of the perfect Banso men I've ever
experienced.
Grew up knowing as a father.
Yeah.
I love him to death.
Yeah.
Because he has principles. He treated he still does treat our mother very well.
Yeah.
Like a queen that she is. That I will not take. But when I make the statement, Africa this and that, it doesn't mean it doesn't happen in other parts of the world. I'm saying so because it is rampant and it's vividly glaring when you look at it.
Yeah.
When you look at it, you see sometimes I remember back then we used to ask our mom, why are you in this marriage? She will be like, I'm there because of you children.
The children.
I'm like, and then I ask, how are you there because of us? You feed, how are you there because of us? It's not like probably this person is doing
this thing
all of this.
Us.
No, he is not. We see it. That's why we're asking you that question. Why you are still there? Fast forward to today. Are they together? No. So your children we had always been telling you this is not where you're supposed to be. You cannot force somebody to be with you.
Your mom and your stepfather are not together?
No.
Oh.
They were first of all never together because they were not legally married. They were doing what we traditionally call I see you, I like you call reborn.
No, that was not even can we stay, it was can we
come, let's go give birth to children.
Oh, okay. And you see, I can laugh about things like this because it's very common, as you said, it's very rampant
but it's deep
in our community. But it is something, it's a real problem. It is, it's something that affects children in a very significant way, because sometimes the parents say, hey, we want to stay together for you people, but then they stay together and what they instead do is traumatize
because imagine
children.
Me as a child,
so yeah,
me as a child, before leaving the house in the morning to school, my mom is in good shape.
Yeah, you come back.
Coming back, she's all bandaged up and everything, which says I could still go to that school, coming back meeting a corpse.
Yeah, that's a reality of
and then you tell me
how divorce is viewed in Africa and Cameroon. It's considered a taboo because there are so many women who stay in marriages not because of anything, but just because they don't want to be called divorcees. They don't want to lose that name.
Yes, and some even find out that their men are even gays, but yeah, they still want to be in that marriage because they don't want to be like a man took their husband away from them.
Okay. Thank you all so much. It's been an amazing episode with my boy Dorcas, as usual. If I could continue talking to him, we'll go for hours. And that's because there is so much in him that we have to pick out. And this is a promise. We're going to have another episode with him in a coming, let's say in about 6 months to 1 year, because I want to watch, as I've always observed him, right? Just to see how he's doing. Then we'll come back here with an update. Maybe we'll be coming with an update that Trident finally signed him, and we'll be continue to give a shout out to all his followers in the world, right? It's just amazing when I see all these people that are supporting this man from all over the world. It's just amazing, and I must add my voice. I know he appreciates you people, and I must add my voice to say thank you people for supporting his craft.
Thank you.
Thank you. It means the world. Like,
you all are not as bad as what people are saying. There's some goodness in you.
He has grown exponentially, and I know that it's because you people enjoy the content that he gives you. And just so you know, he puts a lot of work, a lot of thought, a lot of dedication in the content that he puts out here, and I really appreciate that you people see that and you give him the interaction, because your page is super active. People comment, they like, it's great. Thank you people, and please just keep pushing it while we continue trying to get Trident to sign him up for a brand ambassadorship. Thank you again, Dorcas. Any final words?
Thank you for having me. And if you are just joining us for the first time, my handles are on Instagram, Dorcas Braids by Kings LLC, on TikTok, Dorcas Braids by Kings LLC, on Facebook, Dorcas Comedy Well, and on YouTube, Dorcas Unfiltered.
Yes, please go subscribe, follow, like, do everything you have to do. And yes, it was nice having a conversation with you.
It was nice having this conversation, even though you have dismissed the conversation.
We're not having that conversation today.
It's okay.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, it's okay.
You got the power, you got